Senior health warning. Never eat these 8 foods before bed. Major sleep and heart risks. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why you just can't fall asleep like you used to? Maybe you wake up more often in the night, or you just don't feel rested in the morning, even if you got a full 8 hours. It's frustrating, isn't it? Especially when you've spent most of your life working hard, raising a family, and now, finally, you deserve peaceful rest. But instead, your body just isn't cooperating the way it used to. Well, what if I told you the problem might be sitting in your kitchen right now? That innocent-looking snack you had an hour before bed. It might be the very reason you're tossing and turning. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to certain foods, especially in the evening. Our digestion slows down, our metabolism changes, and things that once didn't bother us can now throw everything off. Our sleep, our blood sugar, even our leg strength and balance the next morning. In this video, we're going to talk about 8 foods seniors over 65 should never eat before bed. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. Cutting them out, or even just swapping them for better options, could make a huge difference in how you sleep, how energized you feel, and how steady you are on your feet when you wake up. Let's talk about it. Let's start with something that seems healthy on the surface. Fruit. Yes, fruit. More specifically, citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, or even pineapple. Now, don't get me wrong. These are packed with vitamins and great for you during the day. But at night, they're not your friend. Citrus is very acidic, and that acidity can mess with your digestive system when you're trying to sleep. For many older adults, it can cause acid reflux or heartburn. You may not even realize that it's happening, but if you're waking up frequently or feeling discomfort in your chest, that late-night orange or glass of grapefruit juice might be the culprit. And here's something else. Acid reflux doesn't just hurt your sleep. Over time, it can also affect your throat and voice, and even contribute to coughing and inflammation. So if you like fruit before bed, go for something low acid like bananas or a small handful of blueberries. Just steer clear of citrus late in the day. Now, here's another big one, and I know this might hurt a little. Ice cream. A bowl of ice cream in the evening is a comfort food for so many of us. It brings back memories, it's soothing, and let's be honest, it's delicious. But there are 2 big problems here. First, dairy can be hard to digest as we get older. Our bodies naturally produce less lactase, the enzyme that helps us break down lactose. That means bloating, gas, and discomfort that can show up right as you're trying to drift off to sleep. Second, ice cream is loaded with sugar, and sugar before bed is a recipe for poor sleep. It spikes your blood sugar, then causes a crash later on. That crash can jolt your body awake in the middle of the night. Not to mention, high sugar intake in the evening can also mess with your leg strength in the morning. It may sound strange, but that crash in blood sugar can actually lead to feelings of weakness or shakiness when you stand up, which is especially dangerous for anyone worried about balance or falls. And while we're on the topic of sugar, let's talk about pastries and baked goods. That little slice of pie, that muffin with your evening tea, or those 2 cookies you promised would be your only treat of the day. They may seem harmless, but they're working against your body in ways you might not even realize. Sugar doesn't just interfere with your sleep. It also fuels inflammation. And inflammation in the body leads to stiffness, soreness, and pain in your joints when you wake up. If your knees are aching more than usual, or you feel like your legs are heavier in the morning, those sweet treats could be playing a part. It's not just about sleep. It's about how your entire body functions while you rest. Nighttime is when your muscles and joints are supposed to heal, and too much sugar stops that process in its tracks. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy these things ever again. Life should be sweet, especially at this stage. But timing matters. Choosing to have that cookie earlier in the day instead of right before bed could be the small shift that leads to deeper sleep, more energy, and better mobility in the morning. Another sneaky nighttime disruptor: spicy food. Now, I know some folks love a little kick. Maybe you enjoy salsa with your dinner, a bit of hot sauce, or a bowl of chili to warm you up before bed. And while spicy food can be full of flavor, it can also do a number on your sleep. Here's why. Spicy foods raise your core body temperature. And in order for your body to fall asleep properly, your internal temperature needs to cool down. That's part of your natural sleep rhythm. So if you're sweating or tossing off your blanket at night, it might not be your thermostat. It might be that jalapeno you had at 8 p.m. Spices can also irritate your stomach lining and trigger acid reflux, especially when you lie down. And once that burning starts, even if it's subtle, your body stays alert. You might fall asleep, but it won't be deep or restful. You'll wake up groggy, or worse, feeling like you've barely slept at all. If you enjoy bold flavors, try switching to herbs like basil or rosemary in the evening. They'll give your food richness without the fiery side effects. Now let's talk about one that's really common: caffeine. And no, I don't just mean coffee. Caffeine hides in a lot of things: black tea, green tea, chocolate, certain pain relievers, even decaf coffee still has a small amount. As we age, our body's ability to process caffeine slows down. That means even a small amount in the evening can stick around in your system for hours. If you're someone who says, "Oh, caffeine doesn't affect me," let me gently challenge that. You may feel like it doesn't bother you, but if you're waking up multiple times at night or feeling jittery when trying to relax, that cup of tea or bite of chocolate after dinner might be sneaking in more trouble than you think. Here's a tip: cut off caffeine after 2 p.m. and switch to naturally calming teas like chamomile or peppermint in the evening. And if you're someone who likes a little sweet before bed, try a square of dark chocolate at lunch instead of dessert after dinner. That way, you still enjoy the treat, but your sleep won't suffer for it. Now here's something that really surprises people: processed meats. Things like deli turkey, pepperoni, bacon, or even sausages might seem like an easy evening snack, but they're packed with sodium and preservatives that mess with your body in big ways. Sodium can cause water retention, which means you might wake up feeling puffy, swollen, or even have to get up in the night to go to the bathroom more often. That constant up and down cycle breaks up your sleep and leaves you feeling tired even if you were in bed for 8 hours. And those preservatives? They can spike your blood pressure, raise your heart rate, and even mess with the chemical signals your brain uses to fall asleep. If you want a high-protein snack before bed, try a slice of plain turkey breast or a boiled egg. Something simple, clean, and low in salt. We're almost there, but we can't leave out a favorite guilty pleasure: alcohol. A glass of wine in the evening might feel relaxing at first. It helps you unwind, right? But here's the tricky part. Alcohol makes you fall asleep faster, but it ruins the quality of your sleep. It suppresses REM sleep, which is the deep, restorative kind your brain and body need to truly rest and repair. Without REM sleep, you might wake up feeling foggy, disoriented, or like your muscles just haven't recovered. Even worse, alcohol causes your body to dehydrate, which can lead to leg cramps, nighttime thirst, or sudden wake-ups. And if you're already dealing with balance issues or mobility concerns, dehydration makes your muscles weaker and your reflexes slower, especially in the early morning. That's not a good combination for anyone over 65. If you enjoy a glass of wine, have it with dinner rather than before bed. And make sure to follow it up with a full glass of water. That small change can mean the difference between a restless night and a refreshing one. Finally, let's talk about one of the most popular bedtime snacks of all: crackers, chips, or anything starchy and salty. These are often called comfort snacks, but they cause more harm than good late in the day. Simple carbs like white crackers, pretzels, or even buttered toast spike your blood sugar quickly, then drop it just as fast. That crash can cause your body to wake up during the night, sometimes with a racing heart or anxiety. And the salt? That leads to dehydration, bloating, and frequent bathroom trips. Instead, try a small handful of nuts or a spoonful of peanut butter, something with protein and healthy fats. It'll keep your blood sugar stable and help you feel full without the crash. Remember, your nighttime routine should be just that, a routine. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it should be consistent. Your body loves rhythm, so choose one or two small snacks that make you feel good, that calm you, and stick to them. Your sleep will thank you. Because better sleep isn't just about avoiding tossing and turning. It's about protecting your memory, supporting your balance, reducing inflammation, helping your heart. It's about giving your muscles time to heal and your brain time to recharge. And when you wake up refreshed, you'll notice the difference. You'll move with more confidence. Your energy will last longer. Your mood will lift. Your focus will sharpen. That's the power of sleep. And it all starts with what you put on your plate after sunset. So tonight, be kind to yourself. Skip the chips, the soda, the wine, the heavy takeout. Instead, reach for something that nourishes you, calms you, and works with your body instead of against it. Because you deserve rest. Real rest. And you have more control over it than you might think. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it.